According to Ovakwangali oral history, Hampa Kanjimi Hawanga was born at Ukwanyama. He was the son of Shikongo, a Kwanyama man, and his mother Siremo was a Kwangali. Hawanga grew up at Ukwanyama at the palaces of King Mweshipandeka and Weyulu until around 1886, when together with his elder brother Sirongo and younger sister Moharwa, were relocated to Ukwangali to join their uncle Hampa Himarwa. Hampa Kanjimi Hawanga settled with his uncle first at Katwitwi and then at Nkurankuru on the Angolan side of the Kavango River. Having become the de facto Vakwangali ruler in the late 1890s, as his uncle Hampa Himarwa was old, Hampa Kanjimi Hawanga witnessed the early encroachment of Portuguese and German military officials and missionaries into Ukwangali Kingdom. The situation in southern Angola and northern Namibia was characterized by continuous military expeditions by intruding colonial powers, Portugal and Germany, which were trying to ensure control over parts of Awambaland and Okavango. Thus, as first lieutenant to his uncle Hampa Himarwa, Kanjimi Hawanga saw to it that the colonial powers did not get a foothold in Ukwangali Kingdom. In 1903, 5 Catholic missionaries, who were commissioned by Theodore Leutwein, arrived at Ukwangali on March 18, 1903, wanting to negotiate for a settlement in the area. Hampa Himarwa and Hawanga completely refused to accede to the missionaries' demands that at one point Hampa Himarwa threatened to shoot them on spot. According to some sources, the problem lay in the lack of diplomacy from the Catholic missionaries' side. One of the missionaries is remembered of having said to Hampa Himarwa and Hawanga during the discussion that, "You are no standing in your own territory. This is German soil, and you can never, ever interfere with us." This words angered Hampa Himarwa and ordered the missionaries to retire and leave the Kwangali territory with immediate effect. The missionaries' efforts to establish themselves eastward in the Vambunza territory was also thwarted by Hampa Himarwa and Kanjimi Hawanga. Therefore, they invited the German Schutztruppe at Grootfontein under the command of Oberleutnant Richard Volkmann to punish the Vakwangali. In response, on the 16th of July, 1903, Richard Volkmann, with a group of men and Maxim guns, drew up on the south of the Kavango River and advanced toward Hampa Himarwa's village on the northern bank to an exhibition of volleys and quickly started firing. The battle lasted for a day. The Vakwangali, under the command of Kanjimi Hawanga, returned the fire. This rebellious attitude and actions of Hampa Himarwa led the missionaries to declare him an enemy of the state. Due to his resistant attitude, in 1909, the Portuguese orchestrated to arrest Kanjimi Hawanga by pretending to have peaceful intentions towards him. Under a pretext, they invited him to come with them to Lubango, where they would give him a lot of European goods, whereas the real intention was to kill him on arrival in Lubango. While at Onghumbi, some well-meaning people who got the wind of the Portuguese's plan informed Kanjimi Hawanga, thus making him to escape via Ukwanyama, where he stayed for a while. On his return to Ukwangali, he set about removing the Vakwangali from the Portuguese side of the Kavango River to come and settle on the southern bank, the Namibian side. Kanjimi first crossed over with his horse, with a gun in his hand, and this he did repeatedly, threatening to shoot at any Portuguese who would dare go towards the transmigrators. On October 31, 1914, when the Germans declared war on Portuguese, Hampa Kanjimi assembled an army composed of the Vakwangali and the Ovakwanyama and attacked the Portuguese at Fort Kwangar, a battle that would later be termed by the Portuguese as the Kwangar Massacre. Oral history indicates that about 30 Portuguese soldiers were killed. Hampa Kanjimi captured 240 rifles and ammunition. The Portuguese were firm in their belief that Hampa Kanjimi Hawanga played a major role in assisting the Germans to defeat them in 1914. Thus, as from 1916 until Kanjimi's death in 1923, the Portuguese planned several strategies and intrigues either to capture him alive or just to kill him. Hampa Kanjimi is believed to have fought alongside Ukwanyama King Mandume Yanda Mufayo during the Battle of Oihole in southern Angola. However, up to today, nobody can tell what exactly happened to Hampa in 1923. According to some sources, Hampa Kanjimi is believed to have died around the 19th of March, 1924 at Grootfontein. While some believe that, He died in Grootfontein after visiting the Germans for some firework. He went to sleep during daytime and never woke up. He is believed to have been buried at Grootfontein where Spar is. According to Ova Kwangali, Hampa Hawanga was killed by the German in 1923, who then cut off his head. His skull was discovered in Germany, but named as of Kadimbi, who was the Ukwanyama king.
His head is in Germany. They cut it off in 1923 at Grootfontein. We discovered it and it is coded 1001, but it is named as Kadimbi, the king of the Ukwanyama. That is what is written in the death certificate. Some say he was born in Angola, but that is not true. He was born here in Namibia.